Hey guys, welcome to Money Mindset and More. And today I'm going to cover further on how you can generate business ideas from global inspirations. Around 7 steps I have concluded. It can be more or less, it can be a combination of those, but that can give you a generic idea how you should go about when it comes to global inspiration. The first thing is that you have to observe international trends. You have to follow global business news, maybe their webinars or any publication, trade publication, and things like that, so that you know how the international markets are doing. You can also understand what kind of demographic or political changes are going there so that you can use those ideas in your own country. US foods have used this model to come up with flavors which were mix of Mexican culture as well as Southeast Asian culture, and they have created some blends which were very good for them in their own traditional flavors which they were selling. Then you have to research your global marketplaces, places like Alibaba, Etsy, Amazon. You can get a lot of product ideas if you do search engines result and things like that. You can follow specific keywords to see based upon your industry or based upon your interest which you have to develop, and then you can come up with various product ideas which are doing better, and you can think something similar for your market. You can also figure out how why those products are doing better in those market, what gaps they are fulfilling, and if similar gaps are available in your market, and then you can fulfill those gaps in your own local market. Example for that is Graze. They have in UK they have come up with healthy snack subscription box which was based upon all the trends across the globe towards more healthier life, more nutritious life, and that's how they have come up with the idea. You have to also attend a lot of global trade shows. I'll recommend going to Vegas. It can be Hong Kong, it can be Germany. There are many trade shows of different industries, whether it is IT or product based or technology based. Interact with people, participate there, investigate what others people are selling, what problems they are solving, so that you know how you can utilize those things in your local markets. US retailers actually picked up the QR code payment method from visiting trade shows in China, because China, and same for India. If you go to India or China, you cannot imagine how advanced those countries are when it comes to payment. Every single small shop have a QR code. You just take your phone, scan it, done. Nobody wants cash, nobody wants card. Very surprising for people going from Western world to those countries and figuring out this is something they have to learn. Then you have to study your cross industry innovation. What something has been developed in other industries which can be very useful for your areas or your interest. For example, what from healthcare industries can be used in education or retail, because healthcare is very complex. So if they have solved something doing better, that can be easily done in education or retail, and it can give you very good competitive advantage and things like that. If you analyze the inspiration from Uber, there are a lot of companies which are like DoorDash, Instacart. They have come up with similar idea but totally different industry. So they utilized transportation into grocery delivery and food delivery. Very unique examples. Then you have to leverage digital content as well. There are a lot of good content, documentaries, webinars available on YouTube, TED Talk. I personally watch many of them. You can get a lot of good business ideas, thought process, which you can utilize for yourself. Some of the Indian fintech companies actually have used this method to come up with micro loan products and processes for Indian audience. In Africa, micro loan is very common, but in countries like India, where it is partly developed and partly not developed, So you can have a credit based system for people who are in metros, but people in non metro areas, they have to figure out how to loan them. So they figured out, why not see what African countries have done, and they just simply, I think the app is called M-Pesa from Africa, which Indian fintech companies have used to come up with solution for Indian market. Classic example of how to utilize digital knowledge. Then you have to collaborate with your global partners. That is very key in engaging with markets like India or China. So for example, when McDonald went to India, they have to figure out how they can partner with more franchisees which are complying with Indian taste and Indian regulation and culture and traditions. Nobody will eat, very few people eat beef in India, so they took out beef, they put something which is very common for the local market. Again, cultural impact. Similarly, when Starbucks went to China, they figured out more people drink tea than coffee, so they changed their entire structure around how to serve the local market. All these were possible because they have global partners who know local market, their regulation, their culture, and that's how they have implemented all those things. The last will be, you should travel a lot yourself, because traveling, in my experience, traveling makes you wiser. When you travel, you learn logistics, you learn lodging, you learn how to eat, what people eat, how to interact, how to greet, how to pay. There are so many things you can learn when you travel. And if you start documenting all those things, you'll find out there are gaps in certain areas, and there are so much to learn from some areas. The areas where you can learn, you can go back to your home country and implement. And if you have already a solution and you see a gap in visiting country, you can partner with the visiting country, somebody there, and then sell your solution. Either way, if you do that, you will definitely find some businesses either in your home country or in a traveling country. Another example for that is Airbnb. The founders keep traveling and they figured out this is such a pain to get hotels and things like that when there is a game. And that's how they thought, why not something be there where people with homes and extra rooms can rent them out and we as a consumer can use them. Again, came out from their own traveling experience. So if you combine all those things, you'll find out you can get a lot of ideas. One thing I always recommend, you should always document everything which you observe, learn, or discuss. The moment you write on a notepad, on a phone, or pen and paper, it will be with you forever. Otherwise, most probably you will forget in 5 to 6 days. So make those notes during travel, during discussion, during meetings, and then further on utilize them for your own business benefits. Tomorrow, I will cover some of the closing points on global innovation, how you can use that, and then we'll move on to different topics which I have in mind. I'll share that tomorrow. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. And if you have any question, please share the comment. Thanks. Bye.